From the creators of the Mini Cars video, here's our list of the smallest planes in the world. And we made sure to get the name of number 5 right this time. Mind's Eye Design, explore, discover, create. Number 7, the FLS Microjet. The FLS Microjet is a high-performance, aerobatic, single-seat, low-wing, all-metal, jet-powered aircraft built from an amateur home builder kit. The design was originally developed in the 1970s by Jim Bead of Bead Aircraft and designated the BD-5. It was a public sensation and fueled home builders with dreams of owning a high-performance propeller or jet aircraft at a fraction of the normal cost. The BD-5 was dubbed the world's smallest jet and quickly earned a reputation as a James Bond jet when it was featured in the movie Octopussy. Unfortunately, because the aircraft was well ahead of its time, it proved too difficult to build for most enthusiasts. Bead Aircraft Inc. closed its doors just a few years later. Number 6, the Eclipse 400, or the Eclipse Concept Jet. We added this incredible mini plane because it's the world's smallest passenger jet, meaning more than one person. The Eclipse 400 was first publicly unveiled on July 23, 2007 at the AirVenture Air Show as the Ellipse Concept Jet. The Ellipse 400 design featured one engine, 4 seats, and a V-tail. On May 30, 2008, Eclipse Aviation began taking orders for a production version of the ECJ, the Eclipse 400. The 400 was at that time priced at $1.35 million, and deliveries were expected to begin by the fourth quarter in 2011. Unfortunately, at the end of the fourth quarter of 2009, the company filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy and placed the jet on hold. Do you like these mini videos? Let us know by clicking the like button. Number 5, the Sky Baby. The aircraft is an enclosed single-engine biplane with a conventional landing gear. The aircraft was test flown by Bob Starr on May 26, 1952 in Palm Springs, California. The short-coupled aircraft was originally built with a tricycle landing gear, which was actually dropped in favor of the lighter tail wheel arrangement. The aircraft required a 170-pound pilot to remain with the center of gravity and was only flown by pilots Starr and Lester Cole. The aircraft performed publicity flights to promote an airshow act. It was retired in October 1952 after 25 hours of flight time. The aircraft was eventually donated to the National Air and Space Museum for display. Number 4 is the Bumblebee 1 and 2. The Bumblebee was designed and built for the sole purpose of taking the record for the world's smallest aircraft. Robert Starr has been involved in a pilot and a designer in 2 previous record-holding smallest aircraft dating back to 1949. Feeling that he had not received the amount of credit he was due for his participation in those efforts, he decided to take the record for himself. In 1979, he began work on the Bumblebee, and after 5 years of design and construction, the tiny aircraft was ready for flight. The Bumblebee 2 was the world's smallest piloted airplane. It was built by Robert H. Starr. Its first flight was on May 8, 1988. Unfortunately though, the Bumblebee crashed on the same day due to engine failure. Robert H. Starr was seriously injured in the crash, but he fully recovered from his injuries and kind of got the credit that he deserved. Unfortunately, most of it was from crashing the world's smallest airplane. Number 3 is the Baby Bird. In 1980, Don Stitz designed the Baby Bird, a tiny, high-wing monoplane that was to be the smallest in the world. Don's father, Ray Stitz, designed the Sky Baby, which had held the title for the smallest plane since 1952. With the help of his wife, Lori, and their 2 children, the little airplane began to take shape. The Baby Bird was constructed of steel tubing in the fuselage and wooden wing of only 6 feet 3 inches. The airplane employed a tricycle landing gear and a lightweight German-made Hirth engine of 55 horsepower on the front end of an 11-foot fuselage. The engine swung a ground-adjustable wooden propeller that was 44 inches in length. By the summer of 1984, the Baby Bird was ready for taxi tests, which were completed by Harold Namer, a retired Navy pilot of appropriate stature. In August 1984, the Baby Bird was deemed airworthy and took to the skies. Over the course of the time, Namer completed some 35 flights. In 1984, the Baby Bird was registered in the Guinness Book of World Records as the smallest monoplane in the world, while Star Bumblebee holds the distinction of being the smallest biplane. Number 2 is the XF-85 Goblin. The XF-85 Goblin was an American prototype fighter aircraft conceived during World War II by McDonnell Aircraft. It was intended to be deployed from the bomb bay of a giant Convair B-36 bomber as a parasite fighter. The XF-85's intended role was to defend bombers from hostile interceptor aircraft, a need demonstrated during World War II. 2 prototypes were constructed before the program was terminated. The XF-85 was a response to the United States Army Air Force's requirement for a fighter to be carried within the Northrop XB-35. Number 1 is the Cri-Cri jet. The Colombian Cri-Cri is the smallest twin-engine manned aircraft in the world. Designed in the early 1970s by French aeronautical engineer Michael Colombin. The name Cri-Cri comes from the nickname of Christine, one of Colombin's daughters. Cri-Cri, or Cri-Cri, is also the French term for the sound of a cricket or a cicada, or an informal name for the insects themselves, but it is unclear if this double meaning was intended by Colombin himself. The Cri-Cri features a low-wing, single-seat, enclosed cockpit under a bubble canopy, fixed tricycle landing gear, and twin engines mounted on pylons to the nose of the aircraft in a tractor configuration. The aircraft is made from aluminum sheet. Its 16 feet wing employs a Workman 21% mod airfoil and has an area of 33 square feet. The aircraft is also capable of aerobatics within the limitations of the twin-engine aircraft. Which plane would you fly in? Do you think they're even safe? Let us know in the comments below. Also, we here at Mind's Eye Design wanted to say thank you for your support. We have definitely taken notice. Keep up the support by subscribing and clicking on the bell notification for first-time viewing of our newest videos. As always, thanks for watching Mind's Eye Design.